Holding, number 44 offense. Penalties decline. Third down.
Let's go back and see if we can see the hole on Darren Nozzle. Here comes the blitz, and Jackson's coming up the middle, and he just reaches out and tries to tackle him and doesn't even do a good job of that. And there you see Millard Hamilton ball getting into his chest.
Wilson and Cleveland Pratt flank to the right. It is Pratt now in motion. McNair back to pass, the toss to Pratt right at the first down marker. He may be a little short as he was driven out of bounds.
Well, that's a play where if you're short of the first down, you got to blame the receiver, because you've got to know how much yardage you need for the first down. And he runs an 8-yard route when they needed 9 yards. You've got to get to the yardsticks, and he just doesn't have time to turn upfield. Look like the Bobcats are going to go for it. This is a big call in your own territory.
Hamilton in motion, the handoff straight ahead. Nozzle fumbles the football, but getting it back to Bobcats. No, it's finally recovered by, looks like, Harvey Jackson on the far sideline, and there is a costly turnover right there.
Well, it was a great effort by Darren Nozzle to try and go over the top to get the first down, but you know, he's got to tuck that ball away and do a better job of protecting the football. And you see the ball bobbling around. Everybody's trying to get on it. And there you see Jackson able to get it before it goes out of bounds. You know, and this is what has hurt this ball club in the past. And you know, you think you got those things corrected. This team has fumbled the ball 14 now tonight, 15 times, and have lost it 11 times. And you can't do that. There you see a dejected coach Jim Jensen. Got the first down, and you put the ball on the ground.
So Foggy and the Minnesota offense take over. The ball on their own 20-yard line. Foggy back to pass, and it is caught short of a first down, maybe 6-7 yards, picked up by Alvin Ashley on the play before he is pulled down.
Jeff, I am highly impressed with this young man, Alvin Ashley. Not only does he have great speed, run tremendous routes, but watch what he does. He goes down, he pushes Darius Hadley off, and then there's plenty of time for Darius to make the play on the ball, but he comes back to meet the football, keeping that cushion that he's developed. You know, good, smart receiver play by Alvin Ashley.
He's got 10 touchdown passes on the year, and he's a former Miami Hooter here last year with the Hooters. Foggy looks, lobs one up to Ashley. There's a flag on the play, and Ashley a little upset there as Hadley pulled him down thinking that he tripped him, but meantime a flag on the play, and we'll sort this one out.
Well, this is just a total mismatch. There's no way Darius Hadley can stay with this guy here. This guy's just too quick, too fast, runs great routes. Got a little face mask as he grabs him there, and once again he's got him beat. Almost looked like a double foul by Hadley on this, and you know, I feel bad for the young man, but he's got to be able to cover him regardless of how much speed and talent this guy has. There you see a shot of Hadley. He knows that he's the guilty party, but he did what he thought he had to do once he knew he was beat for 6, and that's to reach out and grab, not give up the easy 6.
And the penalty against the Bobcats moves the yardsticks. It'll be 1st and 10. The clock running, 3:28 remaining in the third quarter. Ball at the 15-yard line.
And this is a sign of you losing your concentration. You know, they played error-free football the first half, and all of a sudden they've got the penalties and the turnover.
Tony Young here, and the ball thrown to Young, but he could not hold on. Harvey Wilson defending on the play.
This is a big defensive stand for the Bobcats. They haven't stopped them the last 2 times they've had the ball. And here you see Forgis coming outside the pocket, and just a tough catch as he lined it low and away.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Clock running at 2:40. Ball on the 15-yard line. Tony Young on the far side. Here's Foggy. Looks. Alvin Ashley catching the football, but put a knee down outside the 5 at about the 5.5, 6-yard line. And that is short of a first down, but a big 8-yard gain.
Well, Darius Hadley is doing as good as he can do. You know, there's just no way he can stay with this guy. As you see, Bogey goes back. He's running a corner route. Hadley's breaking on the ball, but it's a perfect throw and catch. As you see him go down on one knee, and he's ruled down. The man is just continually working, trying to get the ball in the end zone. As you see Lynn Johnson coming in, bringing him down, making sure that he's down.
Foggy calling timeout. Did not like the defensive alignment thrown here by the Bobcats, and calls the timeout. Ray Yock talking to the officials, giving us an opportunity to step aside here on Sunshine Network with 1:46 remaining in the third quarter. And it is Florida 35, the visiting Minnesota Fighting Pike 21. Jeff Rimmer, Nat Moore rejoining you here in West Palm. 35-21 the score. Florida leading with 1:46 remaining. Time of possession, Minnesota 11 minutes and 28 seconds in this third quarter. For Florida, just 2:18.
Big turnaround from the first half.
Flag on the play. 2 flags down. Ball fumble. And it bounces out of bounds. And looks like the early indication is it is against Minnesota.
Here you see big guy Howard. Ball coming out. He's very fortunate on that play. Ball went out of bounds, even though they had offsetting penalties. Foggy's done a tremendous job here in the second half of not only controlling the football, but being able to keep his team motivated, moving them down the field, putting points on the board, and getting his team back into this ball game. They're only 14 points down and got a chance to go in and score, make it a 7-point ball game.
Ball at the 6-yard line. 1:28 remaining. Foggy sending Alvin Ashley to the near side. Straight ahead. Another flag on the play as Guy Howard.
Well, I think they're going to get Guy Howard for leaning. He's moving prior to the snap.
Legal motion, number 90 on the offense.
Guy Howard says, was it me?
Well, Guy Howard is a converted offensive and defensive lineman, now playing fullback, and you can see that he's not used to being back there under that gun. When you got to have it, he's trying to get a jump start, and the official is catching him every time as he gets a rolling start.
Third down and 5 yards to go. The ball just inside the 10. Foggy sending Tony Young to the short side. Alvin Ashley. I'll tell you, these officials are totally whistle happy here.
Well, we've got to delay a game. Another penalty that will
delay a game on the offense, 3 yards.
Another penalty that moves the offense back, but I'll tell you, it's not so bad because you're in that area where now you really need to throw the football, and the farther you move back, the more room you give your receivers to work. Earlier, they were down at the 6-yard line. There wasn't a lot of room. There's very few plays that you can call in that area, and the defense can use not only the sideline but the end line to help them. Now you've got a little bit more operating room for your receivers.
Foggy sends Ashley in motion. Foggy looks to the end zone. Picked off and down the near sideline. Hadley deep into Minnesota territory before he's finally pulled down. And a big defensive play, and now some extracurricular activity on the field. There's a flag thrown. The two teams see tempers get short. But how about the interception by Hadley from his own end zone?
Well, Darius Hadley finally had his chance. Ball was a little late getting there. He stepped right in and took it away from Alvin Ashley, and then goes up the sideline. Good run after the interception, using his blockers wisely. He's got a convoy out in front of him, and he steps out right there as they just...
Personal foul. Ejection. 69 on white. 88 on black. Player disqualified. 88.
Now 2 players have been tossed from the game. Travis Jones.
And Sheldon Halliburton. Here you see Halliburton being escorted out. You know, those are the kind of mistakes that losers make. You've got him stopped. He stepped out of bounds. There's no reason to give him an additional yardage.
There's Halliburton, and he's a little upset. Throwing his helmet to the turf and almost hitting one of the Bobcat cheerleaders. Senseless act there by Halliburton.
Well, Minnesota looks to be a very undisciplined football team, and you know, if you're not a disciplined team, you can't play under the gun when it really counts. There you see Jim Jensen trying to rally his troops. Coach Ray Yock talking with his coaches, trying to figure out what to do next. They were so close to getting back into this ball game and throw the interception and then the senseless penalties.
45-yard return on the interception, and there is Travis Jones, who's been tossed from the football game, along with Halliburton. We talked about him tossing his helmet. Watch this.
Well, that's just a total loss of composure. You hate to ever be ejected from a ball game, but you know, you've got to be able to control your temper.
Well, this game's pretty well had everything.
It's been a fun night in the Animal House.
Aptly named.
Without a doubt.
Aptly named tonight.
I guess this is the first game that we've had this much stoppage of the clock. You know, the good thing about arena football is the clock's always moving.
Exactly.
And here tonight, the third quarter has lasted as long as the first half.
The game clock is number 24 seconds. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bobcats have the football.
Bobcats can get it in the end zone. This could be a 14-point turnaround.
Pass to Edwards, touchdown as he turned behind him. Edwards with an outstanding touchdown reception. That pass from Air McNair.
Excuse me, Jeff, but that was just great concentration by Bernard Edwards. Being able to locate the ball on the underthrow and reach back and catch it in his hands. The defensive player, Harris, has no chance. Just great concentration, good catch by Bernard Edwards. Here you see the old underthrow. A lot of teams have started to go to this, knowing that they're using the end line to help them. Just get them started and be ready to turn and locate the football thrown at the defender's head.
Great touchdown reception by Bernard Edwards, the second of the night. Vidatek with the extra point, 42-21. A 21-point lead for the third time in the football game for the Florida Bobcats. And the third quarter has come to a close. A long quarter it was, as Nat points out. And with 15 minutes left of the football game, it is Florida doubling up on Minnesota, 42-21. From West Palm Beach, with the Bobcats leading 42-21. The game summary brought to you by Jupiter Dye.
Here you see once again the penalties, as Florida now is starting to escalate into penalties, but Minnesota with 11, and that's what's hurting them. Bernard Edwards, the go-to guy, 7 receptions, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns for the night. In the third quarter, Minnesota was able to control the ball for 12 minutes and only got 1 touchdown out of it. They also got a turnover, and then they turned it back over, and it was a 14-point swing. Anytime you control the ball for 12 minutes, you've got to be able to score more than 1 touchdown if you're trying to get back in the ball game, Jeff.
Vidatek will kick it out. Alvin Ashley standing in his end zone to take it high off the net. It is Ashley with some running room, and he's pulled down. Led by Pearson. What a game Pearson's had.
Travis
Specialty
Pearson,
teams,
Tony Wells,
a couple of sacks.
Iron Man football. That's what it's all about. Here you see 1-play drive, 7 yards, 24 seconds. Now, those are the kind of drives we're used to seeing. I don't know where this 10-play, 5-minute drive stuff come in.
42-21. fourth quarter underway. Jeffrey Burnett Moore bringing you Bobcat football on Sunshine tonight. Bobcats right back here next week. Here's Foggy. The pass caught and immediately pulled to the floor by Grady Ross. The reception by Alvin Ashley.
Or as soon as Ashley caught the ball, Grady Ross, leading tackler in the AFL, was right there on the spot to make sure that he didn't get any extra yardage.
8 yards on the reception. 2nd and 2. Ball just shy of the 15-yard line.
Here you see Foggy's having a great night himself. He's 14 for 22, 2 touchdowns. That one interception that stopped the drive.
Foggy looks. The ball caught by Green. Pulls away from one tackler, now thrown out of bounds by Edwards, and there'll be a little extra push there by Edwards. So they'll tack on 3 more yards.
A little unnecessary roughness by Bernard Edwards. He slammed him into the boards when the official already ruled him out of bounds.
Reggie Brown with a big reception there. 21 yards plus the penalty.
Well, once again, Foggy's got all day to throw the football, and he's able to throw it outside. There you see Darius Hadley not able to come down with the tackle. Bernard Edwards comes in. I'll tell you what, that really is a bad call because he was not out of bounds as of yet. But anytime you slam someone, they look to call it. They can always rule it either way.
13:42 left in the fourth and final quarter here. Quick march by Minnesota. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Ashley goes in motion. Foggy back to pass. Tosses Ashley wide open for 6 points. Alvin Ashley, the former Miami Hooter, to pay dirt. 7 yards in the touchdown. Excuse me.
Blown assignment. Someone should have been covering him. Here you see Ashley in motion. Foggy just goes back. He just floats it out there into the flat. There's no one there. Someone missed an assignment. Let's go back and look at it from the different angle. There you see good blocking up front. It's still 6 no matter how we look at it.
Ty Stewart with the extra point attempt. Ball down. Kick up. And it's good.
The score now, the
42-28, 2-touchdown lead for the Bobcats as we step aside. 12:51 left to go in the fourth quarter. Here on Sunshine, the Bobcats by a pair of converted touchdowns. Jeffrey Burnett Moore rejoining you here on Sunshine Network from the West Palm Beach Auditorium, where the Bobcats have been impressive starting the second half of the season. They lead by a pair of touchdowns here in the fourth quarter with 12:51 left to go. Cleveland Pratt, who's had an outstanding evening, set to take the Stewart kickoff.
I'd love to see him run one back here.
And it is Pratt with the football.
Got room.
Pratt gets a block. Pratt outside. Pratt still on his feet before he's pulled down. And again, a flag on the play. Inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
This young man is amazing once he's got the football in his hands. He just does a tremendous job of picking up his blockers.
39-yard return by Cleveland Pratt.
Called against the kicker, Ty Stewart. Here you see Cleveland Pratt. He does a great job of handling the ball out of net. And watch him just pick up his blockers. And then he sees the hole. He just turns on the speed. And last but not least, as he comes through there, I don't see the penalty. Especially not on the kicker. If Pratt would have let the kicker brought him down, he'd have had a tough time in the locker room when the game
I bet.
Whatever you do, don't let the kicker tackle.
Well, 8-yard penalty moves the ball inside the 10-yard line to the 9, where it's 1st and goal. This one, too, could be another short series. Edwards in motion. McNair to Edwards.
Good throw and catch. Nice play calling by Coach Crash Jensen as you see McNair goes over to get the play from him. Well, this is that territory where you need to be able to run the football, so let's look for a run. Let's see if Travis Pearson can get into the end zone once again.
This season, when scoring 50 points, Nat, the Florida Bobcats are 2-0. They'd like to get to that 50-point plateau tonight. A touchdown converted here will get them to within 1 point of that 50 mark. And it is Bernard Edwards in motion. The handoff to Pearson. Another flag on the play. Touchdown. Will await the flag. Minnesota claiming that there was a holding penalty on the play. And it's offside against Minnesota. The touchdown stands. And for Pearson, just adds to an impressive evening.
Well, those big guys up front, Jones and Williams, Lynn Johnson, they just do a good job coming off the football, giving Travis Pearson room to pick his hole. Just look at the job as they blow him back off the football. And then Travis Pearson just picks a hole, puts his head down, and goes in for 6.
Vita Tech with the extra point attempt. Which will make it a 49-28 game. It's up and good. Another 21-point lead for the Florida Bobcats with 11.5 minutes left to go.
If I'm the head coach, Jim Jensen, I've got to be pretty happy with my offense, my special team. But defensively, you know, I know that I've got a problem. In the second half, we haven't been able to stop anybody. We've had them stop twice on 3rd and 19 and allowed them to pick up the first down, and you just cannot do that.
We'll be back. 11.5 minutes remain.
Sunshine.
Jeff Bernard Moore rejoining you here in West Palm Beach, where Florida leads Minnesota 49-28, and time for the play of the game. Brought to you by Sign Makers.
Well, Minnesota had been picking on this young man all night with Alvin Ashley, and here you see Darius Hadley. Ball's a little bit on the thrown, steps in, and then he shows that he can run with the football after the catch.
Legal procedure on the kickoff. By rule, the ball is spotted on the 20-yard line.
A lot of mic time tonight for that official.
Well,
he's got more mic time than we have.
That's for sure. I tell you, we've seen everything tonight. Very seldom do you ever see a kicker kick the ball so high that it hits the ceiling. And we've been able to do it here not once, but twice tonight, which have given Minnesota good field position.
Well, how about Travis Pearson, who's out there as a linebacker now? He has done it all tonight. 4 carries, 17 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns on runs of 5.